She says, seems like I'm cheating, but I swear I'm not. All the evidence says yes, but I swear I'm not.
Please, Bert Show, I swear I'm not a cheater. I made an honest mistake and nothing more, but my boyfriend doesn't believe me. How do I prove to him nothing happened? Also, should I be the one who's mad because he doesn't have more trust in me? I accidentally slept over at a friend's house. He's a friend I've had since my first semester on campus.
Look at Mo's already turned up. Look at that face.
Accidentally, huh?
That is a meme ready to happen right there.
Okay, I'm listening.
All right, so it's a dude's house, and they've known each other for a very long time.
No, I'm getting into the story. He's a friend I've had since my first semester on campus. We both go to Mercer University and have the same major. That means we have several classes together. We were studying for this huge exam, attempting to pull an all-nighter. And while studying, we both fell asleep around 3 a.m. I jolted up at 6 like OS. My first thought wasn't, well, I passed my exam. It was, my boyfriend is going to be so pissed.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
For the record, my boyfriend goes to school in Atlanta while I'm in Macon. Communication and trust mean everything since we are long distance while in school. I'm a 100% honesty kind of person. It didn't feel right not to come clean, so later that day I told him what had happened. He freaked out and now won't answer my FaceTimes or text. He's convinced my friend has something for me and that we crossed a line. How do I convince him? Absolutely nothing happened. Or is this the sign I need to move on? I do love him. I just hate he doesn't trust me.
Well, I'd be pissed. I mean, I would trust my fiance at her word, but I'd still be mad. I mean, falling asleep, no text, no nothing.
I'm not going to text because you fell asleep. You were studying for an exam.
Yeah, but I mean, you got hours before that also. And
what do you mean hours before that? They were studying.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can shoot them texts.
Huh?
I've been there.
It's not about the text. It's the fact she just came clean.
Fell asleep.
Yeah, she fell asleep. So
I've been there working on music before, and at the time, my girlfriend at that time, it literally, what she just described is what happened to me. Mm-hmm. There was nothing I could say that was going to convince her that that's what happened. And she never got past that. And it did ultimately end up being something that, a piece of what broke us up. That's just one of those situations where I believe her, but he probably won't.
Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, don't you have to have enough faith and trust in your partner that if something like this happens, your default isn't that you cheated, but your default is you're telling me the truth?
Well, it's fun. I wouldn't assume that she cheated. I would just be pissed by the carelessness of not sending me a text and let me know what's going on. But I think that when you engage in this is boyfriend, girlfriend?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I'm going to talk marriage. But I think when you engage in a marriage, you just have to 100% assume that person isn't capable of doing it until you're proven wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's tough.
To me, it feels like from reading this, it sounds like it was an honest mistake. She was like, if it had been, that's the problem. If it had been a girl, this would be a non-issue. So it's just a fact that it's a person of the opposite sex that she was studying with, and she happened to fall asleep while studying and like text me. He's not mad about it, text or anything like that. She just came clean that, hey, this happened, and now he's mad about it.
I mean, there is a bit of insecurity there. Obviously, you do have to own that and be accountable for his part in, a part of him just doesn't trust her. At the same time, I do know what it would be like to know that your girlfriend is in a situation with a guy in his home studying late night. So it's kind of already in the back of your mind, whether you admit it or not. And then when you don't get a phone call and it does 6 a.m. pops up and you finally hear from her, that's tough to get past.
And then you've already got the insecurity of being in different cities also.
That as well.
Right. Hey, Brooke, good morning. You're part of the Bert Show. Hi.
Hello, good morning. I just was thinking that there's got to be more to it, why he's so upset. He doesn't trust her, maybe because he's doing something behind her back, causing him to have those insecurities, thinking that she's going to be doing the same thing. I don't know. I think there's more to it.
I don't know. They're both in college also. So, I think there's a level of...
If I remember, I wasn't my most secure self when I was in college.
Not at all. Probably
I've been struggling a wee bit.
Yes. I think you do have a valid point that the default shouldn't be you screwed around on me.
Now, if there's a history there, like if there is a pattern of behavior, well, then yeah, of course that's going to be the default. But if this is somebody who's always been loyal, who's always been truthful, and you have no reason to doubt them, I just hate that your default is you cheated on me.
I'll be honest with you, I'd be a little pissed if
As
she was
somebody who's been cheated on like numerous times coming from my mouth.
I'd still be pissed even if she spent the night at a girlfriend's house and I didn't get a text all night. I'd be nervous as hell.
Really?
If they normally have that communication and she usually says goodnight and I know she's over at a girlfriend's house, I don't hear anything until the morning,
my God.
I'm scared as hell.
Oh, Bart would be mad at me all the time then.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Whenever I
think
go
anything
out of town, yeah. I mean, they'll be nice, and sometimes it's just,
No checking in at all. Yeah, you guys go days, like if you're in
we
Chicago
don't
at
go
a
days, but we don't have to talk to each other. I don't know what that says about our relationship, but
The Bert Show.
So, first, thanks for watching. Second, you like what you just watched? That just scratches the surface. Get The Bert Show on any podcast platform. We're so good.